Hi, this video walks you through the production, planning, and execution exercises for the Global Bikes exercises for GUI 3.3. The first exercise shows you how to display stock or requirements lists. This is a great report and a very useful report. It contains up-to-date information on the current status of inventory on hand, requirements, and receipts. So you might want to take a look to see what your stock on hand is for finished goods, or you might want to take a look for what your stock on hand is for raw material. So to do this, you go into the logistics view, into production, production planning, demand management, environment, and stock requirements list. So I want to check the stock requirements list for the deluxe touring bike. So to find the deluxe touring bike, I can take a look here. And I'm looking for finished goods. So I want to pick the material type for finished goods. So that's FERT. The description is deluxe touring. Then I'll put an asterisk because there's red, black, or silver, so I'll take either one of them. And the material, so I want to do it in reference to my user number. So asterisk 285. So I will start my search. And I'm going to check for the stock requirements for the black one. So there's the part number for the black one. And once I have it, and I want to check it in the Dallas plant. And let's continue. So here's my stock requirements list for the deluxe touring bike in black, and you can see that there are 250 in stock. So that's how you would display a stock requirements list. The next thing I'm going to demonstrate is how to display a bill of material. So a bill of material is a list of components that are needed to create a given product. So for our bikes, this is the list of components needed to build the bikes. So it contains description, quantity, and unit of measure. So to do this, we're going to go into logistics again, production, master data, bills of material, bill of material, material, bill of material, and display. So it defaults to putting in the black deluxe touring bike, which is what I want to see. And I want to see it for the Dallas plant. And you'll see that I want the bill of material based on today's date. BOM usage, I'm going to put 1. Okay. And then I will click enter. And here is the bill of material of our deluxe touring bike. So these are all the parts that are needed to make the touring bike. You can see there's a check mark in this box. This indicates that there are a bill of material for this aluminum wheel assembly. So this assembly has down parts as well. So we can double click on this. And I want to display the assembly for the wheel assembly. And here are all the down parts for the aluminum wheel assembly. So these go into the wheel assembly, which then goes into the bike. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to display multi-level bills of material. So to do this, again, we are still in logistics. We are still in production. We're looking Bills of material are part of the master data. I'm going to go into bills of material, reporting, bill of material explosion, material bill of material, and then a multi-level bill of material. So again, our black deluxe touring bike comes up automatically. We want it for the Dallas plant. The application I'm going to choose is Production General, which is PP01. And I want it for 1 quantity. And then I'm going to execute. And the execute is this clock here. And here is, again, our bill of material for the deluxe touring bike in black. So I'm going to go back to the initial screen. I'm going to click on View, which is this icon here. I'm going to click on the variable list, and then I'm going to execute. And again, the execute is this clock. And these are the components of your finished bike. So now I'm going to display it in a different view. So if we go up here to More, Go To, and Graphic, it displays, so I can zoom out. So as we can see, this is our bill of material. So this is for the deluxe touring bike, and these are all the components that make up the deluxe touring bike. And for the wheel assembly, you can see these are all the components that make up the wheel assembly, and then the wheel assembly goes into the bike. So it's a bill of material hierarchy graphic. Now I'm going to display a routing. So if you can remember, a routing is a list of sequential operations needed to make an end product. Routings contain information on where work is to be performed, steps that need to be completed, and timelines assigned for each operation. So again, this is in logistics. It's in production. It's in master data. Routings. Routings. Standard routings. And we're going to display. So our black deluxe touring bike part number defaults into coming in there, and it's for the plant, the Dallas plant. So we're going to click Continue. And here's our routing. So again, a list of everything that needs to be done in the sequential order. Minutes, units, those sorts of things are on here. If we click on allocation, we can see that none of them are assigned to any specific operation. So if you look at activity, it's blank. So we're going to click on operation. And then we're going to go to More, Extras, Scheduling, and Schedule. We're going to enter schedule type 1, which is forward scheduling. Lot size 10. Continue. And then I want this for an operations segment, so if I click on So this is our schedule, so we can see when everything starts. So this first step takes 7 minutes, and the second one will start at 7 minutes, and we'll then finish at 8:18. So there's a schedule. So we can take a look at this in a different view. We can take a look at it in the Gantt chart view. So if you click on the Gantt chart icon, here is the Gantt chart. So showing all the steps in sequential order. We can change the time unit to minutes to see it closer up. So we can see step 1, when it can start and when it finishes, when step 2 starts and when it finishes. And the green denotes the early start and finish times, and the red denotes the late start and finish times. Now let's take a look at work centers. So a work center is where operations are carried out for production order. Capacities for setup times, machines, and labor are assigned to work orders or to work centers, so they can be allocated and consumed within an order in a controlled and predictable manner. The work center capacity is created in and assigned to a single work center. So let's take a look at a work center. So again, we're still in logistics. Production, master data, work centers, work center, and display. So we want it for the Dallas plant. And we're going to do it for the Dallas plant assembly. Default. So this gives us information about the work center. We click on the Basic Data tab. We'll see that the person responsible for this work center is Stephen Barton. We go to the Defaults tab. We're going to click on the Control Key Field Assembly and select F4. I'm going to click on Assembly and then select Detailed Information. That gives us a bit more information about this one. Continue. I'm going to click on the form. Okay, so I have to click on the Scheduling tab. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and I click on Form. See this information. And then we'll click on Formula. And this is where we'll put information about the formulas. We want this for 100 each, base quantity 1, number of splits 2, setup is 7 minutes, and labor is 7 minutes. And then we will click Calculate, this calculator button. And then we'll click Continue. And end formula test. And exit. So that shows you some information about stock requirements list, bills of material, the work centers, the routings, enough to get you started on how to navigate through the production planning and execution module. I hope this helps. Thank you.